Good morning, Starshine. The Earth says
Hello,
hello.
once more. I'm here bringing you something, I guess, to read. This is going to be what I expect a very short video, since I have not read anything recently interesting enough to make a video about. And the ones that did interested me, well, the flame died. So my interest currently is gone. Either that or feeling frustrated, you know. Which alpha would you like to do? Yes, I'm speaking about you, but yes. Until I found this comic, I guess, on certain pirate site whose name starts with a B and ends with a toe. That's all I'm gonna say. This story is 5 chapters so far, and it falls into this style of extremely simple design of drawing, kind of like Nora Stripes Right or How Far Have You Gone? But this one is even simpler. I mean almost a sketch type of drawing, you know, like a doodle. Well, it starts pretty much with our character who is about to jump down, and suddenly he gets interrupted by someone screaming, "Don't do it." Now we realize that this person was about to jump straight down to the dead. You know, they were going to, you know, kill themselves. So the next chapter starts with both of characters, and they are interacting, you know. One is portrayed to be extremely shy and reserved, and the other one be very extroverted and chatty. The one who is very reserved, it's so reserved to the point he doesn't speak at all. He just writes down what he wants to say, and you realize that this person is suffering from a lot of anxiety. And they start to not getting each other that much because it's mainly the chatty one, you know, chatting, speaking about themselves, about you know, the family and all the stuff. Well, I don't know why, but this weird tension starts to build up in a way, and the chatty one ends up inviting him to a cafe, you know, to a coffee shop, to have something to drink, and it starts to bring down. Okay, small pause because I went to check the comic, and this comic is no longer available. From the looks of it, it was deleted by the author, him or themselves, I guess. Anyway, so yes, they start kind of like chatting in the coffee shop, and the person starts telling them about like the family. It's also a boy, about the family, blah blah blah, and he brings the topic of, you know, why did you want to jump down? And suddenly they get interrupted by the waitress, and yeah, they pretty much get interrupted by her, and she's extremely clumsy. She's like stuttering and all that stuff, and that's when you get to know that this is going to be kind of like a shonen ai type of story, because the waitress has this business with her girlfriend, and she says like, "Oh, you two are homophobic," and they're like, "Oh no," and they're like, "No," and she's like, "Oh, of course not, because you two look like cute together. It looks like obviously you're a couple," and they're like, "Oh, we're a couple," and they both get kind of like blush and frustrated about it. But yeah, so that's when you get to know that they are both boys, and that it's going to be kind of like some shonen ai type of story. They go back to the topic of, well, why did you wanted to jump down? Why did you wanted to end your life? And he starts explaining like, well, you notice that this person is extremely insecure. It's like dealing with so much at that moment, and I guess that's why it's has like this psychological tag in it. Well, not psychological violence tag, but it's more like psychological violence, I will call it. And he starts explaining that he has like these issues with his parents, that they abandoned him for some reason, and he recognizes that the blame is on him, like he did something to them that makes throw him away and abandon him pretty much, and that he started living on his own. And then, well, he started experiencing sexual harassment from one of his colleagues at work. And so you pretty much start getting like the point of view of this person who's been cornered pretty much, to the point where they don't see anything else that they can do. They see that they cannot go outside this, very, very dark place, and they feel cornered, and they see no solution, no end to this suffering, and the only thing that they think it's better for them to end this suffering is, to jump down to end their life. And that's it. That's it. That's how it ends. It stops right there. That's the last thing that I got to know. So hopefully the person who is writing this or was writing this picks it up again, and it was a nice story. A lot of people, I saw a lot of support from people, so I encourage this person to go back and write this story if he or she or they have like the time. So I guess that's it for me. So have a nice day, evening or night, the rest of your week, and bye.